welcome to another episode of Fredo's Football Talk, man. Here we go in week 10 episode coming down today. And of course, riding shotgun with my boy Fredo. What's going on, Fredo?
What up?
Yes, sir. Here we go. We're back at it, man. We got some things happening this weekend. Some good, some bad. New coaches and about to be new coaches, sound like. But hey, we finna jump right into this, man. So, Fredo, anything in particular you've seen this weekend that's really stood out to you, other than just wins and losses?
Well, what's up, guys? We're just right here. I'm doing two things in one again. Let me see. All right, where am I? So let me go with the cameras. All right, here we go. So, yeah, man. A lot of new stuff happened over in this week 10. New coaches, like DC said. Some upsets, close games. We got new leaders in the division. Surprisingly, man. So yeah, DC. On this one here, man, like I think that we got a lot going on right now. Week 10. We got a lot to talk about, man. What do you think?
Oh man, yeah. I'm ready to get into this. We got some real interesting stuff going on around the league right now.
Yeah. All right, man. But you know what? Let's do it. Kicking it off on the Thursday night game, bro. Boring game.
Yeah.
But so we still got to talk about it. We had the Atlanta Falcons at the Panthers. Final score was 15-25. Carolina won this one. I picked Falcons to win this one, but with the upset, Carolina came in. So let me tell you some stats real quick. Game leaders. Let's start off with the Atlanta side, the visiting team. Mariota, he threw 30 for 19, 186 yards with 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Your top rusher also was Mariota with 3 carries and 43 yards. And your top receiver was Byard. 3 catches, 58 yards. And then we head off to the Panthers side of the ball. Passing, we had Walker. He threw for 16, completed 10, 108 yards. But top performer in this game right here, it was Foreman. He carried the ball 31 times, 130 yards, and 1 touchdown. Have a day, my God. Yeah. And top receiver was Marshall. One catch for 43 yards. DC, what are your thoughts on that, man?
Oh man, just looking at some of those numbers on Carolina, you thought they would have lost. But to the Falcons, Mariota's starting to look like the backup quarterback that he really is, man.
Yeah.
And I'm truly believing now that looks like Tampa Bay may have found their stride in that division. It may be a couple more weeks, I think, and they're gonna probably bench Mariota. If this keeps going, they drafted a quarterback this year, and I think they're gonna bring the rookie in. If they lose a couple of games in a row, I think at that point you will see the rookie Ritter comes in and then when that does happen, you'll see things probably open up for London and Pitts. They'll probably start to throw a ball a little more because they probably trust him a little more than Mariota. But on the other side, Deontay Foreman, stud a week again, man.
Yeah.
Guy I really like as far as running back. Because, I mean, I remember when he was drafted by the Texans.
Yeah.
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 You know, he was okay, but something about him and Bill O'Brien didn't click.
Yeah, man.
And then, I remember the game he scored that long touchdown and he tore the Achilles on the long touchdown run for the Texans, and he never came back, man. Yep. So I think they might have missed the train on that running back there, but they got another one now, so they're okay as far as running back goes.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know why he didn't work out with the Texans. Just like Bill O'Brien, he missed up a lot of opportunities for good players out there, and it's good to see that other players once they leave the Texans, you can see the true potential. I'm glad for Foreman, man, to get his time right now.
Yeah.
But also DC, I got some team stats right here, man. Total yardage for the Atlanta, man, 291. Carolina 333 turnovers. Atlanta had 1. Carolina had 0. Time of possession, Atlanta had 25 minutes, and Carolina had 34. So yeah, man. So that right there, DC, that puts Atlanta now at 4-6, 2 in the division, and that puts Carolina at 3-7, third in that division.
Yeah.
This division is still close, man.
Yep.
You got Tampa Bay right now on top of 5-5. So so it's not too late per se for New Orleans to catch up, or maybe even Atlanta sneaking in up there, man.
This game was really frustrating. Mariota, a mobile quarterback like that, was sacked 5 times.
Yeah.
Just throw the ball away, man. Just get rid of it.
Yeah.
You just buy enough time to throw it away. Don't take the loss of yards, especially with the weather the way it was. You couldn't afford that. Your offense is already struggling, and you want to take sacks, just throw the ball away and just let it fight another play.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that sucks. All right, so let's move on, bro, to the let me see. My bad here. All right, let's move on to the Seahawks and Buccaneers. In this game, it was playing in Germany, man. So there was an 8:30 game right here. Only catch the second half of it. It was a close game, man.
Yeah.
But real quick, let's go to the Seahawks side of the ball with some stats. Geno Smith, man, he threw for 33, completed 23, 275 yards and 2 touchdowns. The top rusher also was Geno Smith. 4 carries, 22 yards, and your top receiver, DK Metcalf, 6 catches, 71 yards. Now to the Buccaneers side, you got Tom Brady. He threw for 29, completing 22. Yes, you heard that right. He didn't have to throw more than 40 times this game. But he threw for 258 yards for 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Yeah.
Your top rusher was White, carried the ball 22 times, 105 yards. Fournette was out on what was it on the
Yeah.
first quarter?
The third quarter he went down.
Third quarter.
Mhm.
Ooh. And then your top receiver was Godwin, 6 catches, 71 yards, and 1 touchdown. Real quick, some team stats. Total yardage for the Seahawks, 283 yards, while Tampa Bay, 419. Turnovers. Seahawks only had one, Tampa Bay had two. Time of possession. Tampa Bay had 36 minutes, Seahawks had 23. So that right there, man, still puts Seattle at number one in their division with 6-4. And that puts the Buccaneers, like we said, 5-5, number one in that division. DC, what do you think, man?
Man, the thing that really stuck out to me is what the Tampa Bay need to win. They ran for 161 yards.
Yeah, man.
And they only allowed Seattle to run for 39 yards. With Kenneth Walker, one of the top up and coming young running backs, man. That says a whole lot. Now that's the formula for Tampa Bay to get back to where they were. When you can turn around and you hand the ball off 44 times like that and get 161 yards and take some of that pressure off of Brady, at that point the passing game was going to show up eventually.
Exactly.
The play action will show up, and the 2 turnovers did hurt, but not as bad as you thought they would. But so they got to keep this up. If the defense keep playing like this, they'll be back where they were last year, man.
Yeah, man. What was it called? Brady didn't have to throw the ball that many times,
Yeah.
man. So that takes a lot of pressure out of him, man. But
Mhm.
I say, man, like let the running game help you
Yeah.
also, man. Don't put that much pressure on yourself and just trying to trying to win the game all to yourself, man. Like you gotta let the defense play their part as well,
Right.
man. Let the running game do its thing. And now going to the Seahawks side of the ball, man. Like I know that Geno Smith took that last that last quarter personally, man. Like
Mhm.
he was in the bench right there. You could tell he was getting frustrated,
Yeah.
disappointed. Hey, to me that shows growth right there, man. Because he's taking this very seriously. He knows this might be his last shot, man.
Right.
So far, he's proven a lot of people that Russell Wilson trade was it benefited him. So that's good for him, man. But unfortunately, man, they come with the loss, but they're still number one in that division.
Yeah.
When it comes to the NFC West. All right, man. Let's go. Unfortunately, to the Texans right here. We had the Texans at at the Giants. Final score 16-24. Giants win this game right here. Let's go to some game leaders. Davis Mills, he threw for 37, completed 22, 319 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And then we go to Damian Pierce, carried the ball 17 times, 94 yards. And your top receiver, tight end, Jordan Akins, 3 catches, 72 yards. And to the Giants side of the ball, Daniel Jones, he threw for 17, completed 13, 197 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And your top carrier for the Giants was Saquon Barkley, 35 carries, 152 yards, and 1 touchdown. Have a day, my guy.
Mhm.
And your top receiver was Slayton, 3 catches, 95 yards, and 1 touchdown. Team stats, real quick. The Texans had 387 yards, and the Giants had 367. Time of possession, Houston only had 26 minutes, and the Giants had 33 turnovers. Houston killed the turnovers, killed them on this one. 2 turnovers, and the Giants had 0.
Mhm.
So that right there, man, that puts the Texans still dead last in that division, 7-1 and 1. Um, and that puts the Giants now at 7-2, 2 in that division. DC, what are your thoughts on that game, man?
Man, the crazy part is, Texas could actually won this game. They
Yeah.
could have, man, with the fumble down there and the interception. They had a chance. That 14 points they gave away, man. 'Cause for the most part, it seemed like the Giants were struggling, other than Saquon getting loose every now and then, even though the number is
Yeah.
huge. But the final score, man, without those 2 turnovers, it could have been totally different. So, it's just I don't know if it was a bad game by the Giants or what, but of course, Mills, he threw for, I don't know, I think he got up to 300 finally. But, in the first half, they didn't have 100 yards of total offense, so I guess the slow start got them, man. But like I said, I think they could have won. Without those turnovers, they probably could have won this game, man.
Yeah. So all right. Um, the Texans, man, like they show strives in some plays, man, but it just yesterday what killed them was the penalties.
Mhm,
Like Mills overthrowing, underthrowing
mhm,
his receivers, man.
mhm.
The running game, of course, the Giants knew you stop the running game, you stop them. Which they did, my guy only, Damian Pierce only carried the ball 17 times for 94 yards, still good,
Yes.
but I feel like most of that was like towards the end. But yeah, man, the Giants, man, their head coach was in the sidelines yelling at them.
Yeah.
They thought, no, we should
Mm,
be winning a
yep.
lot. Like
Mhm.
the whole game, like pretty much the Texans were right there competing right there next to them. And that was getting frustrating because you're playing with the one of the worst teams in the NFL,
Yeah.
and they're right there, still right there, neck to neck with you. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Other than that, DC, when you got
But
anything?
was one of those fumbles right on the goal line?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It was
okay.
it was Pierce, man. He
Yeah.
fumbled inside the
Man.
5, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wanted him to score because
Mhm.
of fantasy.
Right.
But so to me right now,
Yeah.
I'm in a Stroud
Yeah.
or Young
Yeah.
debate. I don't know which one I
Yeah.
want out of those two.
Yeah.
At this point, man, I want the Texans to lose.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
I've been saying all year, I want a quarterback in the first round.
So how do you feel a couple more weeks to this? You think they should just bench Pierce or just
No,
keep running him through the rest of the year?
I say you keep running them. Not
Okay.
maybe not as much.
Okay.
If you keep him less than 20 carries,
Okay.
I think he should be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep playing Davis Mills. Keep
Yeah.
playing everybody, man.
Yeah.
At this point, um, yeah, who knows, man? But I'm one of those. I'm one of those people. Hey, if you want to be a starter,
Yeah.
you gotta play.
Yeah.
If you're getting
Yeah.
paid all that money,
Yeah. Yeah.
might as well put you out there.
How you feel about when Brandon Cooks last week he didn't play and this week they let him play? He's a little bit upset, I think, because they wouldn't trade him or something.
Yeah, absolutely. On that one right there, man, like they took his captain badge away from
Oh, I
him.
heard about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they took that away. Basically, Lovely said, "Hey, man, like if you don't want to, like if your attitude is not to be here and show up,
Mhm.
then we can't have you as a leader right now. Which I get. I respect that, man,
Yeah.
because right now, like yeah, it's every player by himself,
Mhm.
but obviously you need the other players are depending on you
Yes.
to make them look good.
Yep.
If they can't depend on you, then I get that whole process.
Yeah.
Just like you got the game process, then you got the business process.
Yeah.
I get it. Brandon Cooks right now is worried about his business side,
Right.
which I don't blame him, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you are your own trademark. You
Mhm.
are representing yourself, man. But I said right now, man, like what couldn't happen could have happened.
Yeah.
No matter what side of the ball couldn't make that trade happen, you're here. Might as well make the best out of it.
Yeah.
But that's my attitude about it, and that's my 2 cents about it.
I got you.
Well, what about you? What do you think about that?
Man, it's just what they took the captain. I kind of, like you said, I understood that, but I think he was upset about not getting traded. I don't know if they promised him something behind the scenes and then followed through when the trade deadline.
I wouldn't be
That's what
surprised.
I'm trying. That's what I'm getting to. Like they told him something,
Yeah.
but then the trade deadline came and went, and they didn't trade. if Casario was asking for more than just a second round pick, man,
I would, man,
you know,
I would have been happy with the second round pick.
yeah,
Because that's what you gave up for him, and I think
yeah,
you got your, I think you got your money well worth of
right,
him, you know. But
right,
like, I
right.
don't know, man. Maybe he got too greedy.
That's what yep, I was about to say, now's not the time to be greedy. You if somebody offer you a second round pick for him, let him go.
Yeah, man.
Let it go, man.
I
You
would
and rebuild anyway, get all the picks you can get.
exactly a second round pick. You can get
Yeah.
another wide receiver,
Ain't
man,
no
easily,
doubt. Like that.
easily.
Yes.
All right, DC. Let's move on to the next game, bro. This was a good game right here. You had the Minnesota Vikings at the
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills. Final score 33-30. Vikings come up with the win right here, real quick. Let's go to some game leaders. Let's start off with the Viking side of the ball. Kirk Cousins, man, he threw for 50, completed 30, 357 yards, one touchdown, but two interceptions. Now we go to the uh, uh, um, running back side. Cook carried the ball 14 times, 119 yards, and one touchdown. Have a day, my guy. 14 carries, DC, with 119 yards. Bro, that's good.
Yes.
Now to the receiver side, man. Justin Jefferson, bro. 10 catches, 193 yards, and one touchdown. Have a day, my guy,
Wide
bro.
receiver one, man. God.
Woo. Now we go to the Bill side of the ball, bro. Allen, he threw for 43, completed 29, 330 yards, one touchdown, and two interceptions. It's like him and Kirk Cousins look just alike right there, man. Top rusher, also, Allen. He carried the ball six times, 84 yards. Now, you receiver, Diggs, bro.
Wow. Another one.
12 catches, 128 yards, but no touchdowns. Have a day, man. But still, though, man. Team stats real quick, DC. Minnesota, 481 yards, and Buffalo, 486. Close. Turnovers. Minnesota had 2, Buffalo had 4. That's where they killed them, DC.
Yep.
Time of possession. Minnesota, 35 minutes. Buffalo, 33. So that right there, DC, puts Minnesota at 8-1. One in the division, bro. Just like we said.
Yep.
But this is surprising, DC.
Yep.
But it's so close. That puts Buffalo at 6-3, third in the division. Where you have the Jets and Miami on top right now, man.
Yep.
DC, what are your thoughts on this game, homie?
Oh man. People really need to start taking these Vikings serious, man. To go into Buffalo and get a win like that, that's big.
Yeah,
That is huge, man. And Justin Jefferson played the game of the day, man. But he caught that one pass and all the rest of the catches he had. But man, on the other side, it's time to start talking about Josh Allen, man. You know, this guy turned the ball over 3 times. And this ain't the first time this happened.
Yeah,
when they played the Jets, he was turning the ball over. When they played the Patriots, he's turning the ball over. And I think the Bills, they back down to earth with all the other teams. Now, when the season first started out, we were like, my goodness, they finna run away with this.
Yeah.
But now, it's not even like that because for some reason, Josh Allen cannot stop turning the ball over.
Yeah, man.
And another thing, they can't run the ball. I mean, they had 175 rush yards, but 84 came from the quarterback. I think the fact that the trade deadline went by and they didn't get him a running back that can carry the ball at least 20 times, like we were talking about Brady. I know he's a lot younger. Take some of the pressure off.
Yeah.
Don't just try to do it all. And the fact that you have to run the ball 6 times, that don't mean that it was a design run. That means you're probably running for your life.
Yeah.
You know? So, they're going to have to work on that, man. But I don't see it. I think the fact that they don't have a running back that can carry the ball is going to catch up to him eventually because he's going to get hurt, I think.
Yeah, I always thought that Vikings had a well balanced offense. They never abandoned the run. They love the run. They're I think the number one scheme is run and play action.
That's it.
Run and play action.
That's it.
And once you develop the good run, here's come with the play actions, and that's why you have your receivers catching 193 yards.
Yes.
With 10 catches.
Chunks.
That's what I'm saying. So if Josh Allen can get somewhat like the Vikings offense can, man, bro, they'll be unstoppable.
Yes, exactly.
But just the fact that, hey, man, you had the Vikings. I'm not taking nothing away from them, man. But
right.
The Vikings are a very good team this year. Me and you have talked about this. we've been saying this since the get go, since
Yeah.
the season started. We thought the Vikings were gonna be the number one in that division,
Yeah.
but man, look, they're competing with other elite teams as
That's
well,
right.
man,
That's right.
and they're doing their thing,
And the
man.
thing about it, they only got one loss. And know who that is, too? The only undefeated team in the league. The Eagles, the only one that beat them. So
And that
either
was a
way,
close game.
right? Either
And
way, one of those teams would have still been undefeated.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, man. All right, so DC, let's jump on to the next game, bro. We have the Lions at the Bears, a divisional game for the NFC North right here. Let's start off with the Lions side of the ball, the visiting team. Goff, he threw for 26, completed 19, 236 yards and 1 touchdown. That's a clean game from him.
Mhm.
And your top rusher was Williams, carried the ball 16 times, 59 yards, 1 touchdown. And your top receiver, St. Brown, 10 catches, 119 yards. Now to the Bears side of the ball, man. We have Fields. He threw the ball 20 times, completed 12, 167 yards with 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. And your top rusher was Justin Fields as well. Carried the ball 13 times, 147 yards and 2 touchdowns. Have a day, bro.
My goodness.
Jeez. And your top receiver was Komet. 4
Mhm.
catches, 74
Mhm.
yards and 2 touchdowns.
2 weeks in a row, man.
2 weeks in a row. And so let's go to some team stats real quick. We have Detroit total yardage 323, while Chicago had 408.
Yeah. You read it right. Yeah.
408. Jesus. And still
Man.
lost the game.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so turnovers. Detroit had 0. Chicago had 1. Time of possession. It was both even with 30 minutes and 29. So that right there, man, puts Chicago at 3-7, and I push Detroit at 3-6. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
Man, I thought it was over. Chicago was way up on them,
Exactly,
man.
yeah.
And they scored 3 touchdowns in the last quarter
Mm-hmm.
to come back and win. But man, that's Justin Fields. I don't know what's going on in Chicago, but they starting to figure something out with him because he's starting putting up big numbers and he seems to be a little more comfortable. I was reading somewhere this morning. They said in the last month, the Bears have been the highest scoring team in the NFL over the last 4 weeks. And
Really?
yes, and that's saying a lot from a team that don't even throw the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that means the run game is legit. And as soon as Justin Fields can get a couple of receivers, that guy is going to be deadly, man. A lot
Yeah.
of people didn't believe in him early in the year, man, but I see the talent is there. He's just like the rest of the guys. Hurts and Josh Allen and Tua, you got to get receivers around him.
Yeah, man.
And once you get him some receivers, man, he's going to be real dangerous, man. And on the Detroit side, man, I don't know what's going on with Swift. They say he's healthy, but he comes out there and they still only give him 6 carries, man. And Williams gets 16 carries.
Exactly,
So
man.
they say he was a little bit frustrated about the role. So over time, we'll see what happens. But I'm real interested in see what's going on there. And of course, Amon-Ra St. Brown, man, he had a game. We
Yeah.
know he's capable of that, but he did it.
Yeah, man. Like you said, man. In the last fourth quarter, Detroit came and just scored 3 touchdowns on them. That right there was the winning factor of that, man. But yeah, like you said, man, you thought Chicago was going to run off with this one, but no. You got anything more else on this one?
No, I'm just wanting to see if Fields is going to continue down the road that he's going, man. And I'm already looking forward to see what the offseason is going to look like as far as who they're going to bring in to help him out. Because like his tight end is finally getting involved. I thought he would have been like this from the jump.
Yeah.
But evidently they're doing something different. They've tweaked this offense to produce these type of numbers. So I think it's only going to get better from this point on.
Man, if you had to compare Justin Fields to somebody, to who would it be?
Man, I think it's going to be tough because I don't think they're the quarterback as athletic as he is. I'm pretty sure Lamar is faster, but man, as far as just athletic, man, being able to run like that, I don't think there's nobody right there right now.
I'm not saying right now, but in the past, he reminds me a lot of Cam.
Cam, yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. I can see that.
It just the only thing that scares me about that, man, like Cam's best years, man, like his body went to a lot.
Yeah.
I just don't, I just hope that Fields doesn't get hurt like Cam did.
Right.
Because once you depend on the passing, You know, like Cam's Newton was that his pass was his weakness, man.
Right.
You know, he
Right.
depended running the ball too much, man. But
Mhm.
I just hope Fields can like be more in the pocket.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, bro. I mean, like these numbers are awesome. 13 rushes for 147 yards,
Mhm.
bro.
Yeah. And I think, like I'm saying, that's why I'm ready for the offseason as far as the Bears go to see what they're gonna bring in. Those 13 carries, like I said about Allen, he was running for his life.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't design runs, but some of them, probably half of them were design runs. But I'm waiting to see the offseason what kind of receivers they're gonna put next to him.
Yeah, man. All right, let's move on, man. Let's go to the Jaguars at the Kansas City Chiefs. Final score 17-27. Chiefs win this game right here. Let's go to some game leaders and let's start off with the Jaguar side of the ball. Lawrence, he threw for 40, completed 29, 259 yards, 2 touchdowns. You got Ethan, 11 carries, 45 yards. God, what were you, man? I needed you in
Ooh, I
fantasy
know
this
it.
week.
I know it.
And a receiver, you had Christian Kirk, 9 catches, 105 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Have a day, bro. Where you
Yeah.
been at? And Mahomes. Now we go to Kansas City side of the ball. Mahomes, he threw for 35, 26, completed 331 yards on 4 touchdowns, but 1 interception. And your top rusher was Pacheco.
Mhm.
16 carries, 82 yards, and your top receiver was tight end Kelsey, 6 catches, 81 yards, and 1 touchdown. And some team stats: Jaguars only had 315 total of yards, while the Chiefs had 486 turnovers. Jacksonville had 0, but somehow Kansas City had 3 turnovers and
Mhm.
still won the game by
Yep.
10 points. And time of possession, Jacksonville 31 minutes and Kansas City 28. So that right there puts Jacksonville at 3-7, third in the division, and that puts Kansas City 7-2 and one in their division. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, homie?
Man, the cream rise to the top. The Chiefs back up there, man.
Yeah.
In that top seat, they're definitely in the AFC for sure. They're probably the best, looking like almost best team in the league right now with the way they're putting up yards and numbers. Mahomes, 9 different receivers. He completed the ball too, man. Just spreading it
Amazing.
around. So there's no zooming in, zoning in on one person, man. And he's just spreading the ball all around.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Kelsey's gonna always lead, but man, he's got other guys that are now he's got Tony, he's got another toy to play with,
Yeah.
and which is gonna be deadly eventually, you'll see down the road. And now it looks like they got a running back, Pacheco. I don't know if Edwards-Helaire was hurt, but I don't think he had a carry yesterday.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to look like the young guy taking over the role. But Jacksonville, they were just outmatched. Man, they got the turnovers, but it's just one of those games, man, where they were just outmatched.
Yeah. Man, bro, did you happen to see that hit that Juju took?
I heard about it. I didn't see it.
It was nasty, man.
Oh,
Old boy didn't try to hit him in the helmet,
mhm.
but the way he hit him,
Yeah.
like his head hit his shoulder pad, and like he took a good hit. As soon as he laid down, bro, he was stiff.
Oh, man.
His fingers,
Kind of like Tua.
exactly, man. Like it was like that.
Oh,
It was up there like for 5 seconds, and then he then he got like back to normal.
man.
But yeah, bro. So they took him out the game, bro, and it
Oh,
was
goodness.
very nasty hit, man.
Man.
It was like Jesus, man.
I hate to hear that.
But yeah, so he might be out, man. Another about 2 to 3 weeks, man.
Oh, boy.
It just that hit, bro. Man. Like it
Yeah.
was, oh man. Like I only saw it 2 times, and
Yeah.
I couldn't watch it no more,
Yeah.
man. But
Mm.
yeah, DC. So what else you think about this game, bro?
The Chiefs defense showed up. They sacked Lawrence 5 times. He didn't throw any interceptions, but man, sometimes those sacks can be costly too, man. That can change a whole game plan
Absolutely.
when you're going from 1st and 10 to possibly 2nd and 5, and all of a sudden you're in 2nd and 15. That
Yeah.
changes your whole game script. So,
Yeah.
but once again, they were outmatched. They didn't really have much of a chance against the Chiefs.
All right, bro. Moving on. Let's go to the Browns at the Dolphins. This game was 17-39.
Ah, goodness.
Miami wins this one right here, DC. Real quick, let's go to some game leaders. Let's start off with the Cleveland side of the ball. Brissett, he threw for 35, completed 22, 212 yards with 1 touchdown. Your top rusher was Nick Chubb. He carried the ball 11 times, 63 yards and 1 touchdown. And your top receiver was Peoples. He caught the ball 5 times, 99 yards. Let's move on to Miami side of the ball. You got Tua. He threw for 32, completed 25, 285 yards and 3 touchdowns. Have a day, my God.
Again.
And your top rusher was Wilson Jr. that he just came to this team
Yep.
2 weeks ago. Carried the ball 17 times, 119 yards and 1 touchdown. Real quick, man. I tried to trade this player away, and nobody wanted to take him. And I was telling people he's gonna be the number one RB in that offense.
Yep.
Because he knows it better than anybody over there right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling them. Let's see now if people want to trade me for this guy, because now it's going to cost you more.
Yep.
All right. That being said, so basically, if you want him, you have to give me 2 players, and they better be good. All right. So now you got Waddle, 4 catches, 66 yards. Now let's go to some team stats. Cleveland, total yardage, they had 297. Miami had 491. Cleveland had 1 turnover. Miami had 0. Time of possession. This plays a big part. Cleveland had 26 minutes while Miami had 33.
Yeah.
So that right there puts Cleveland at 3-6, third in that division. That puts Miami 7-3, number 1 in their division. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, man?
I'm looking at almost 500 yards
Almost
for the
500.
Miami Dolphins,
Yep.
man. And that's why I put them number 2 behind the Chiefs. Not because the Chiefs can stop them, but I just think that this final score will probably be about 55 to 56, man. Those two offenses, when they it looks like they may be on the path to play each other eventually, man. So I can't wait for that to happen. But they're number 2 right now for me. They're ahead of Buffalo
AFC?
based on the fact that they already beat Buffalo.
Yeah.
So I had to put them, but I still put the Chiefs number 1 in the AFC. But man, Cleveland, I don't know what they're finna do because they got 3 wins.
That's good, bro.
Yeah, they got 3 wins. So
the reason I'm saying this for people who don't know, Cleveland has traded their picks to the Texans.
Mhm.
If they do bad, we do good.
Yep.
We want them draft picks and we want them low as possible.
Yep.
So we can get some talent for the Watson trade.
Yeah.
Which he's coming back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's practicing. He's starting to practice today, and he gets to play in 2 weeks. And the way they trend, if they don't do no better, Texans might have 2 top 7, 8 picks.
So I'll take it, bro.
Yeah.
I want it. But I think once Watson comes back, man, he is a better quarterback than Brissett. I mean, no shade to Brissett. I mean, to me, he's done pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, for this game, he threw for 35 compared to 22 with no interceptions.
Right.
I mean, he's a great backup quarterback, bro.
Right.
Yes. So just a matter of fact that I'm surprised that he's managed to win at least 3 games. I mean, that's just a lot right there.
Yeah.
But other than that, DC, we ain't got anything more else to say about this game, bro?
No, man. I just Dolphins look real good, and I mean, and Tyreek Hill, he didn't even have a big game. Waddle didn't even have a big game, and they just spread it around like he threw it to about 8 different receivers.
Yeah, man.
So that's a good sign for the Dolphins, man. They moving right along.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's go on the next game, DC. We have the Saints at the Steelers. Final score 10-20. I picked the Saints to win this one. Damn it, Saints, you disappoint me on this one also. So let's go to some game leaders real quick. Let's go to the Saints side of the ball. Dalton, he threw for 27, completed 17, 174 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Kamara only carried the ball 8 times. What the hell?
Oof.
26 yards. And your top receiver was on Johnson, 5 catches, 44 yards, and 1 touchdown. Now to the other side of the ball with the Steelers, Pickett, he threw for 30, completed 18, 199 yards. Your top rusher was Harris, 20 carries, 99 yards, and your top receiver was Johnson with 4 catches, 63 yards. Team stats real quick. The Saints only had 186 DC, while the Steelers had 379 turnovers. The Saints had 2. Pittsburgh had 0. Time of possession Saints only had 21 minutes, DC,
Oh my goodness.
and the Pittsburgh had 38. That being said, DC, that puts the Saints at 3-7, last in the division.
Mhm.
That puts the Steelers at 3-6, still
Yeah.
last in the division. DC, what are your thoughts in this game, bro?
Man, Saints. 3-7. The 2 turnovers by Dalton. Man, it looks like
What's up with Winston, bro? What's going on with
that's
him?
what I was about to say. They finna have to do something, man. They finna have to bring Winston, at least give him another shot. Because with the way this going, this is one of the coaches that's probably going to be on the hot seat too. I know
Mm,
it's his first year, Dennis Allen.
yeah,
And he's been with the team for years, but I think if this doesn't get any better, he won't make it through this year either.
yeah.
He's one of the coaches that's probably going to be out. If this, because nobody expected this other than probably the Steelers. I knew T.J. Watt was coming back and they'd help the defense a little bit, but I didn't think it'd make that much difference.
Yeah.
So the Saints, they're going to have to do some soul searching and figure out who's going to be who and who's going to do what here in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I agree with you, man. Saints, man, they got all this talent, man. Got a good running back. I know the receiving core has been injured, with especially with Michael Thomas being out for the season.
Yeah.
But you got that rookie over there, Olave, and then you got that veteran with Jarvis.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're not doing much right now, man, and it sucks for the Saints. We knew that the Steelers weren't going to do even maybe not even compete for this season, man,
Right.
but they still
Yep.
managed to get 3 wins so far, man. With the upset, I'm surprised they even won this game.
And Kamara only 8 carries. In a 20-10 game, I don't understand how he only gets 8 carries. You only run the ball 15 times total. I guess you didn't trust your offensive line or what, but that just didn't seem right. The number seems a little bit off for me for
Yeah.
carries for Kamara.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right, let's move on to the next game. DC. I'm talking about the Colts at the Raiders. 25-20 final score. Colts win on this one. Matt Ryan, he threw the ball 20. Oh yeah, Matt Ryan started.
Yeah. I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was happening.
Yeah, so new coaching with the Colts. He comes in. He's like, "Give me the veteran. I want the veteran in." Puts the veteran in. I wish I would have known that because then I would have started Pickett.
Pittman. Yeah.
Pittman. I would have started him. So yeah, some game stat. Some game leader stats right here. Matt Ryan, he threw for 28, completed 21, 222 yards and 1 touchdown. And now to the Russian side of the ball, Taylor carried the ball 22 times, 147 yards and 1 touchdown. Have a day, my guy, and welcome back. All right. Your top receiver from the Colts was Campbell. He caught the ball 7 times, 76 yards and 1 touchdown. Now to the Raiders side of the ball, Carr, he threw for 38, completed 24, 248 yards and 2 touchdowns. And your top rusher was Josh Jacobs, 21 carries, 78 yards and 1 touchdown. And your top receiver from the Raiders was Devontae Adams, 9 catches, 126 yards and 1 touchdown. Have a day, bro. But unfortunately, the Raiders lost this game real quick. Some team stats. The Colts had in total yardage 415, while the Raiders only had 309. Turnovers, Raiders had 0, Colts had 1. Time of possession, pretty evenly right here on DC. Colts only had 29 minutes, while the Raiders had 30. So that right there puts Tennessee 4-5 in their division, and so that puts them 2. So that puts the Las Vegas Raiders at 2-7, last in their division. DC,
Wow.
what are your thoughts on this game?
I guess that the change of head coach for the Colts gave him a little shot of energy for this week, but I don't see much else going on with him. They brought Matt Ryan back in there, and nobody seemed to know that was happening. I guess that must have been a game time deal. But with the Raiders, like we said, they cooked, man. I don't think Josh McDaniel's gonna make it through the next 2 weeks. I think the Raiders will cut ties with him within the next couple of weeks, man. They talking about underachieving as an understatement. When you went through everything you did to get Devontae Adams over there and Chandler Jones over there, and you still over here cutting guys you drafted in the first round that ain't even made it through the first contract, man. There's problem from the top to the bottom in Las Vegas, but I think Josh McDaniel will be calling plays somewhere else next year.
next year.
Yeah, 'cause I think they finna get ready to fire him in Vegas.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
think he makes it through the season.
I mean, with all that talent, bro,
Yeah,
he's still not cutting it, man.
yep,
And it's like, I mean, like, but their games have been close. Um, just the Raiders, man.
yeah,
Like, it's gonna be hard competing that division. You can't be
yeah,
winning games like this,
yeah,
man. And if that's the case, because that division alone is already packed,
yeah, yeah.
man. So yeah, I don't know, DC. Like, maybe you're right. Hey, so let, let's move on to the coach side of the ball real quick, man.
Uh-huh.
With this coaching staff, what is your thoughts on the new coach just Saturday, man? Get on the interim head coach.
I didn't. As far as him getting the job, I didn't think that was the right way to go about it. 'Cause I think they already have head coaches on the staff, but it just looks funny when you go all the way out to bring in a guy.
The analyst.
Yeah, this guy's sitting at the desk today. Next Sunday, he's on the sideline.
Yeah.
uh, with somebody else calling the plays for him. It's a bad look. You can't get mad at Jeff Saturday because he just took the job. You got to look at the ownership when it comes to this one here. It looks it's real bad because you got I think it's Gus Bradley and John Fox on the staff, and they've both
Hmm.
been head coach. They got to be looking at each other like, my goodness, man,
Yeah.
we could have done the rest of the season for you, but I don't know what they're trying to do. But we're going to find out here in the near future, especially if they start to lose again.
Yeah, man. What's it called? Like, did you hear the interview with that former coach of the Steelers?
Oh,
Um,
Bill Cowher.
yeah, Big
I
Cal.
heard it, but I ain't heard it, but I heard he let him have it.
Yeah,
He had
man.
to-
He spoke his mind.
yeah.
Like, now my opinion. All right, I get it, man. Like what he was saying that everybody needs to pay their dues,
Mm-hmm.
to get up what they are. Like this coach is like you said in the building
Mm-hmm.
already that has put time with that team,
Yep.
and why not give someone a shot?
Right.
And he said that like it's like a disrespectful way,
Yep.
the way they handle it with the coaches in the building, that you
Yep.
just bring in an outsider that's never coached or assisted in
Mm-hmm.
the NFL or college.
Mm-hmm.
He said, man, like basically it's like you slapped every coach
Yep.
that's trying to pay their ways,
Yep.
or is ready to take that next step.
Yep.
I, I mean, I get it, man. Like I get both sides of the ball. Maybe the owner wants someone fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said, hey, he doesn't have that fear.
Right.
He's not scared.
Right.
And I get that. But he also was a player.
Right.
I mean,
Mhm.
do you feel like that counts, DC?
Um, it counts, but I don't think it carries much weight. I mean, being a player, you're around the situation,
Yeah.
but as head coach, you see in the whole both. You're in both meeting rooms. You're in the defense, offense. You see in the whole thing over.
And business side.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
all sides of it.
Yeah.
But for a guy that's never even done that, that's tough to swallow, man. And we'll see. Especially if the season finishes and they want to hire him as a head coach. At that point, the Rooney Rule comes in. At that point, you have to interview some black coaches for the job because it doesn't. You don't have to interview black coaches for an interim position. You just bring in who you want. But if they decide to hire him as the head coach,
Hmm.
at that point, they're gonna have to interview some minority candidates, and it's gonna be interesting to see how this works, man. Because a lot of the minority candidates are already getting pissed off about it anyway. They feel like you only interviewing me because the rule
It's
says
a
you
rule.
have to. I
Yeah.
have no chance of getting this job.
Yeah.
You're just interviewing me because the rule says you have to interview me.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see how it's gonna be interesting the way the rest of the season plays out, especially if they win a couple of more games. It's gonna be real interesting because I know if they do, he's gonna want to make him a head coach.
Yeah.
But then at that point, he will have a real firestorm.
Yeah.
Like you said about jumping over the coaches that's been doing this stuff for years, waiting their turn.
Yeah.
And you just have your drinking buddy. Hey, come on and coach my team. you know,
Yeah.
yeah. But we're gonna see Fredo in the offseason how this all plays out.
But you know what? I think that gives me a chance right there, DC. I
Yeah.
think that gives us a chance
There you go.
that we might be head coaches.
That's right. Yeah,
One day.
I know it, man. Put me on special teams, coach. or
Yeah,
something.
man. All right, DC, man. Let's move on, man, to the 3 o'clock game right here. I know my boy Jerron's tossing and turning right now in bed, bro.
Oh yeah.
That we had the Cowboys at the Packers. Final score 28-31. This game went to overtime. Real quick, let's go to some game leaders and let's go to the Cowboys side of the ball. Dak, he threw for 46, completed 27, 265 yards and 3 touchdowns. But with that came 2 interceptions, DC.
Mm.
Top rusher, Zeke didn't play this game, was Pollard. Top rusher was Pollard. To carry the ball 22 times, 115 yards, and 1 touchdown. Have a day, bro. Top receiver, CD Lamb, bro. 11 catches, 150 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Have a day, my guy. Now let's go to the green side of green Packers side of the ball. Aaron Rodgers, he threw for 20, completed 14, 224 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Have a day, Aaron Rodgers. Now we go to the Russian side of the ball. Aaron Jones, he ran the ball 24 times, 138 yards, and 1 touchdown. Have a day. Receiving side of the ball from the Packers, Watson, 4 catches, 107 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Have a day.
Man.
This was a good game, DC. I watched the whole game of this, man. It was a good one. So let's go to some team stats right quick. This game was close, DC.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Get this, man. So the Cowboys, the total yardage, 421, while the Packers had 415. Both teams had 2 turnovers each. Time of possession, Cowboys 30 and the Packers 35. Is that right?
Overtime.
Overtime. That's right. I was like, wait a minute. So yeah, I forgot about that. Good looking out, DC. Yeah, so overtime. So that right there. So that puts the Cowboys now 6-3, third in the division, and that puts the Packers 4-6, second in the division. But we know they're not going to catch up to Minnesota, especially the way the Vikings are looking right now. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, homie?
Oh man, you caught me when you said I didn't realize that third in the division. I forgot about the Giants. That's a tough spot to be in, man. The one thing that stood out is, man, the Cowboys got to stop the run. You can't keep moving forward like this.
138 yards just by Jones.
And a total of 200 yards. And kudos to the Green Bay Packers for being down by like 14 points and continuing to run the ball because you found something that worked and you stuck with it, and in the end it paid off. Dak 2 interceptions. Some people say that's his fault, the game being lost, but some people say it's not. Some people blame it on the defense. But the fact that the Cowboys didn't go for that field goal, man, right there towards the end, and they elected to go for it. That pissed off a lot of fans right there, man. Pissed them off. So Pollard, another solid game, man. That's what we expect from him. He go out there and he just consistent.
He's gonna be a starter next year.
Yeah, he's consistent. If he's not with Dallas, he'll be started somewhere else.
Bills.
So, hey, there you go.
There you go.
But I think he's a free agent after this year. Yeah. So Buffalo, look at there.
There you go, Buffalo. There's your starter right there. And also, bro, AJ Dillon, bro, he carried the ball 13 times for 65 yards as well, bro. So that helps right there, man. But Christian Watson, bro, out of nowhere, bro. Those the only 3 touchdowns, really, receiving touchdowns he caught. It was funny, man, because I was on Twitter and I saw, oh boy, what's his name? Shannon Sharp. He said, man, they need to take Christian Watson's hands to assign that and figure out why he can't catch. And bro, as soon as he tweeted that, this dude caught all those 3 touchdowns, bro. And I was like, man, but yeah, bro. So,
and the thing about this game, man, and when it was over and they lost, man, there's people you can already hear the chirping, man. Man, if Cooper Rush would have been in that game, we'd have won. We'd have won. We'd have won if Cooper Rush. So you're finna have to deal with that. They play the Vikings this week. So if they lose again to the Vikings, it's only gonna get louder. It is only gonna get louder. They're gonna be like, we need to go back to Cooper Rush in the basic game plan that we had to win when he was in there. So this Cowboys is gonna be very interesting for the next 2 weeks too to see what happens.
So yeah, man. So I'm always gonna take Dak over Cooper Rush. It just to me, now if they would have won the game, they would have said, "Oh, this is Dak. This is Dak."
Yeah.
But I don't know why they went for that.
I know it, man.
For that was it? 4th and 4?
Yeah,
4 and 4.
Yeah. Yeah,
bro.
it was
Kick the damn
kick the
ball,
field goal, man.
and you would have won the game.
Stop trying to be the smartest guy in the room. Take the points.
I mean, I get it, man. You're back to. I get why the coach maybe went for it because he's back in Green Bay
Nah.
and he wants to show out
Yeah.
and show him why. Like you should have never let me go, man. But
Yeah, you finna
I
get
don't
showed out the door in Dallas. He keep doing stuff like that.
oh man, yeah, man. I know it hurts for that boy Jay, bro.
Yeah, I know it.
And
Especially leading like that the whole game.
Yeah.
Yep, they scored 14 points just to push the game to overtime in the fourth quarter.
yeah. So next time I see Jay, bro, I'm gonna give him a big old hug. So it's gonna be all right, bro.
That's right.
All right, man. Let's move on to the next game, DC. All right, let's go to the Cardinals at the Rams. NFC West showdown right here, bro. Both quarterbacks did not start. The starting quarterback, Stafford or Murray, didn't start.
Mhm.
So it was the battle of the backups. That being said, let's start off with the Cardinal side of the ball. McCoy, he threw the ball 37 times, completed it 26, 238 yards and 1 touchdown. Not bad. The top rusher was Connor. Carried the ball 21 times, 69 yards and 2 touchdowns. Top receiver was D-Hop. 10 catches, 98 yards. Now let's go to the Rams side of the ball. Wolford, he threw for 200. No, I'm sorry. He threw for 36, completed 24, 212 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And the top rusher was Cam Akers, 6 catches, 22 yards. And your top receiver was Higbee with 8 catches, 73 yards. And you wonder, why Higbee? Why would Cup? Well, he got hurt that game, right?
Yeah, he got hurt. Yep.
All right. So let's go to some team stats. Arizona had 298, while the Rams had 256. Arizona had 0 turnovers, and the Rams had 2. Time position, Arizona had 32 minutes, while the Rams only had 27. So that right there puts Arizona at 4-6, third in the division. That puts the Rams 3-6, last in that division right there, DC. What are your thoughts on this game, homie?
Man, look like two teams that's going nowhere fast. I don't know. I can't remember who the Rams picks. Maybe they're going to Detroit next year for Matthew Stafford somewhere. But they're going to give somebody a top 10 pick at the rate they're moving along, man, with 3 wins. Because they don't have first round pick for years. I just can't remember if those going to go to Detroit or where they're going to go.
Yeah.
But, this once I seen the two quarterbacks wasn't playing, man, I had very little interest in this game. But, of course, D-Hop, he still made bread out of it. So he's very consistent, man. Missed those games and came right back like he never left.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, D-Hop's been doing that since the Texans, man. The Texans, he had 10 quarterbacks, and there were a bunch of backups, even third stringers, man. But, yeah, D-Hop's, no matter what, he's always going to get his numbers, bro.
He's quarterback proof. Man.
Yeah, absolutely. And, so what's the reason why Cup got hurt? Do you know?
It was his ankle.
Oh.
Yeah, his ankle. His right ankle. So I don't know exactly how. I didn't see the injury, but I don't know exactly how bad it is. They'll let us know probably the day of tomorrow what's going on.
Yeah. All right. Do you see anything else for that game, homie?
No, but I'm just wondering who's gonna get that first round pick from the Rams next year.
I think it might be the Lions, right?
That'd be If it is, man, that set them up nice. Well, they're gonna have another high pick too with the way they playing.
Yeah.
They probably have a top 15, 10 pick.
All right, homie. Let's go to Sunday night's game right here, man. The Chargers at the 49ers. Final score 16-22. 49ers win this one at home. Real quick, let's go to some game leaders. Start off with the Chargers side of the ball. We have Justin Herbert. He threw for 35, completed 21, 196 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Your top rusher from the Chargers side was Eckler. 6 carries, 24 yards. God, what were you, man? Come on, I need you. Fantasy. All right, receivers. Carter. He caught the ball four times, 64 yards and 1 touchdown. And now San Francisco side of the ball, Jimmy G, he threw for 28, completed 19, 240 yards. Your top rusher was Mitchell. He carried the ball 18 times and for 89 yards. And your top receiver was Akuyu.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Yeah,
Brandon Ayuk.
Ayuk.
Yeah.
Six catches, 84 yards. So where the hell the touchdowns came from?
I know McCaffrey. McCaffrey scored
Yeah.
one.
Okay,
And
I was like, man,
Garoppolo
like,
ran one in, and McCaffrey ran one in.
okay, because I was like, wait a minute, man, I'm not seeing any touchdowns. Like, what? So yeah, man. So all right. So that being said, let's go with some team stats. The Chargers only had 238 yards in total, and while San Francisco had 387. Both teams had one turnover each, and time of possession, the Chargers were 23 minutes, while 49ers, bro, 36.
Yep.
So that right there puts the 49ers at 5-4. Second, I'm sorry, that puts the Ram no that puts the Chargers at 5-4, second at division behind Kansas City. That puts the 49ers 5-4, second behind Seattle. DC, what are your thoughts on this game, my guy?
Man, the 49ers trending up. They got a lot of people back off the injury this week. Elijah Mitchell, he came in 18 carries for 89 yards. McCaffrey only carried it 14 times, man. And Debo carried it 4 times. So the 49ers, man, they look like they're going to hit their stride at the right time. I cannot wait. They should be getting ready to play the Seahawks sometime, and that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna determine who win that division. But I'm thinking the way they playing, man, and the players they have, and now with McCaffrey, I think the 49ers gonna probably pull that division off, man. So and the Chargers, man, they're in a rough spot. You know, you behind the Chiefs. I think they play the Chiefs coming up real soon.
Yeah.
So you can't afford to lose again. But I don't see them beating the Chiefs. But they may slip in with a wild card. But the AFC East right now, the stands, all 4 of those teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, man.
The Patriots are even in. So it's gonna be interesting to see. They may get left out. If the Chargers get left out of the playoffs, head coach gone. He's gonna be another one that's gone, man.
Yeah.
There's no reason. But they did, in their defense, they had 4 of their top pass catchers out yesterday.
Yeah.
And I think Everett ended up getting hurt in this game too. So, you're throwing it to guys that you don't get very many reps with. So they may give them a little break. But if they don't make the playoffs, I think their coach is gone.
Yeah, I believe so. That too, man. Like you've always didn't like the head coach from the Chargers from the get go. You always didn't like his play calling, man. But I get it, man. In that division, man, you need everything to go right, man. Like now you just could be chasing the Chiefs,
right?
But yeah, absolutely. RDC, man, that right there concludes that week 10 right there, man, with the games right there. Real quick, man, like I'm gonna go change out the batteries for this thing because I don't want this thing to blank out on me. So yeah, so I'm gonna have the camera point at me because I'm gonna change this one right here, bro.
Don't forget the Titans and the Broncos. Did your screen don't have that game on it? Huh? You see that one on your side, man?
Not bad. Okay. You must be a Titan fan. Okay. All right. So real quick, did I man? How I forgot about that one? Well, anyways, is there any more games I forgot about, DC?
I think that's it. That was the last
one. Okay. So all right, real quick. Yeah, that's right, man. They did play. Okay, man, my mistake, DC. I apologize for that, man. All right, so we had the Broncos at the Titans right here. Final score 10-17. Tennessee wins this one, man. Real quick, let's go to some game leaders. Let's start off with the Broncos side of the ball. Russell Wilson, he threw the ball 42 times, completed 21. 286 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Top rusher was Murray. 9 carries, 24 yards. What? And we go to the receiving side of the ball. Virgil?
Yeah.
1 catch for 66 yards and 1 touchdown. Yep. Where's Judy? Where's Stunning at?
Judy got hurt. He got ankle. They took him off on the cart. Yeah. He got hurt.
Ooh,
Yeah.
man. All right, so now we go to Tennessee side of the ball. Tannehill, he came back on this one, DC.
Yeah.
30, 36, and completed 19, 255 yards and 2 touchdowns. What?
Yeah.
Derrick Henry carried the ball 19 times for 53 yards.
Mm-hmm.
The top receiver was Westbrook. 5 catches, 119 yards and 2 touchdowns. Have a day.
Yes.
Real quick, some team stats. Denver only had 313 yards, while the Titans had 307. Both teams had 1 interception each. Time possession, Denver had 33 minutes, while Tennessee only had 26.
Yeah.
Ooh. So that being said, DC, that puts Denver at 3-6, third in that division, and that puts the Titans 6-3, 1 in that division right there.
Yeah.
DC, what are your thoughts on that game, man?
Man, these are two teams that actually they're very similar to each other. They don't do very much on offense.
Yeah.
And got real solid defenses. But man, Russell Wilson, 50% completion rate. They sacked him 6 times for 38, loss of 38 yards, and he also threw an interception. Man, I don't know if they're gonna get rid of the head coach or what's gonna happen in Denver, but they got a lot of work to do
man.
for what they gave him. I know them fans got to be really pissed off in Bronco Nation.
Man, I'm not even a fan. I'm pissed off about it, bro. Because I thought once they got Russell, like they were missing the quarterback. Like they got that quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah, man. But go ahead, man.
And the thing about that, they're gonna probably the way they trending towards the top 10 pick.
Yeah.
But that pick goes to Seattle. Yeah.
Ooh.
With the Russell Wilson trade. So that, Seattle's just up there grinning ear to ear. They're gonna have a good record and they still may get a top 10 pick. So man, it's gonna all work out, looks like, for Seattle.
Go build out that defense, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Yep.
Pete Carroll's going.
Yeah, he's already got some nice pieces there. He only a couple of pieces away. The secondary is legit. If he can find him another pass rusher, hey, Seattle gonna be just back like the Legion of Boom, man. So yeah, it's looking real promising for the Seahawks. And just, with that pick, I guess they're gonna keep Geno. I think they should. If he don't come
2
and ask
years,
for too much
at
money.
least.
Yeah.
I'll say 2 years.
Yeah. It's just waiting to see what he's gonna ask for. But man, if I'm him.
Man, if I was him, I'll get a 2-year contract worth of $65 million.
Right.
You only pay him 30.
Yeah.
What is it, like maybe 30, 32 million a year?
Anywhere from I'll give him 20, maybe 25 to maybe 30 a year.
Okay.
Yeah. He ain't gonna get the 40 like some of them other guys getting,
Yeah.
but man, hey, take the 25 to 30 million a year, man. Because I'm sure they're finna be drafting another quarterback soon anyway.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
So yeah,
absolutely.
Wait.
All right, DC. Well, let me change out the battery real quick, man. Like,
Okay.
Yeah. Let me do this real quick, hopefully.
So yeah, Fredo, man, we got about 3 coaches, probably gonna be 3 or 4 coaches that could possibly not make it through the season. For Denver. Man. Denver, the Raiders. Wait, I know Josh McDowell. He can't make it. He can't make it through, man. He cannot make it through at all. Not the performances they've been putting up with the talent they got. Got a couple of guys, man, out there. Comeback player of the year. Who you think that should be, man? Would you vote for Saquon or Geno?
I say Geno.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because he wasn't projected to be that value.
Right. But yeah, I seen Saquon. They was trying to work out a deal on the bye week this past week, and they couldn't come up with a number to agree on. So he threw talking contract until the season's over with. Saquon Barkley. Yeah, they tried to get a deal done over the bye week, and they couldn't come to an agreement. So he threw talking until the season's over, and then he goes out there and put up 150 spot yesterday, just to put more pressure on ownership. So it's gonna be him and Daniel Jones gonna probably be looking for more money at the end of the year. I think they'll probably end up franchising Jones, but I don't know if they're gonna give Saquon the money that he wants. If they don't, if he don't get the money, and he some kind of way weasel his way to Buffalo or something like that, then you got major problems, man. If the Bills could find out a way to get a guy like that, it'd be trouble for the whole league.
All right, man. I think we're back. I think we're good now.
Yeah.
All right, DC. let's move on to week 11, man. Let's do some predictions.
All right.
My bad, guys. I'm right here trying to produce and host at the same time. Boy, Steven comes back later on today. So next week,
Back in business.
back in business. All right. So let's go to week 11 right here. Uh-oh. Here's a Thursday night football game
Uh-huh.
right here.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about DC's Titans versus the Packers. Thursday night football. Is this going to be a boring game, DC?
I think it's gonna be better than a lot of people think it's gonna be. But of course, Tennessee's gonna come out and do what they always do. They're gonna turn around and hand the ball off. We just can't let Watson get behind us like he did on the Cowboys. I'm glad he done that the week before he played us. So now we have a little better film to go off of, man, because the guy's fast. It ain't like he's just running great routes. He's just faster than everybody else. And he got behind him, and he got a quarterback that can get him the ball.
Yeah.
So hopefully our cornerbacks can do a little bit better than what the Cowboys did, but the Cowboys do have a better secondary than us. I was just young and coming along.
So this game right here is played at Lambeau Field. Tampa Bay's favored to win this one. Green Bay. I said Tampa Bay. Green Bay is favored to win this one by 2.5 points. We got this game, DC.
And I'm taking the Titans.
Ooh.
I really am. I'm taking the Titans this week, man. Like I say, if we can just control the game by running the ball, I think we'll be okay. I seen Pollard put up 115 on him.
Yeah.
On 22 carries. I feel like Henry can at least do that. And but Henry won't. He probably won't hit you on a big run, but he gonna get you 5 or 6 yards at a time. Yeah. But I'm
okay. You know what, man? I'm gonna take the Packers, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Packers on this one. All right. Next game, Commanders at the Texans. Commanders are favored to win this one by 2.5 points as well. DC, what are your thoughts on this game right here, bro?
Man. I think Washington will win just because of the defense.
Yeah,
just because of their defense. They'll win that one. They'll pull that one off.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna take the Commanders on this one right here. I might go to this game.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I might go. Maybe. I don't know. It depends what kind of mood I'm in that day. All right. So move on to the next game. We have the Bears at the Falcons. The Falcons are favored to win this one by 3 points. You know what, man? On this one, give me the Bears.
Give me the Bears, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the Bears. Yeah.
Give me the Bears on this one. All right. And we have the next game. We have Buffalo at the Bills. Bro, I am totally messing up today. We have the Browns at the Bills. Buffalo's favored to win this one by 9 points.
Yeah.
Give me the Bills and the 9 points.
Yeah, give me all that.
Yeah. All right. Now we have the Colts. We have the Eagles at the Colts. Give me the Eagles on this one, man. 9.5 points.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Give me that one. All right. Now we have the Jets at the Patriots. This is a tosser for me, DC. Man, both teams are above 500 right now, man. Divisional game.
This is a huge game.
Yeah, it is, man.
It really is.
You know what? And New England's favored to win this one by 3.5 points. And you know what? I'm gonna take that with the points.
Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots too.
Yeah, I'll take the Patriots on this one. All right, now we have the Rams at the Saints. Saints are favored to win this one. Now, if Stafford's back, I'll take the Rams.
You took the word right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
If Stafford playing, I'll take the Rams, but if
Yeah.
not, the Saints fade away in that one.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And the thing about this, man, if the Saints continue to lose, their first round pick goes to the Eagles. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. That first round pick goes to the Eagles when they traded in the draft for Chris Olave. So the Eagles could be looking at another top 12 pick, 10 pick, you know?
All right, now we have the Lions at the Giants. The Giants are favored to win this one by 3.5 points. The way they're looking right now, man, I'll take the Giants, man.
You know what, man? Give me the Lions to jump up and bite them this week, man. Give me the Detroit Lions.
They go bite them?
Yeah, I think they're going to jump up and outscore them this week, man.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right. Next game, DC, we have the Panthers at the Ravens. Okay, let me see. The Ravens are favored to win this one by 12 points, bro. And you
Hmm.
know what? I'll take the points as well. Give me the Ravens, man.
I'm gonna take the Ravens to win, but I don't think it's gonna be by 12. I think the Carolina's gonna keep it closer than 12. But the Ravens gonna win the game.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna have the Raiders at the Broncos on
Oh
this one. Um, Denver's fair to win this one by 3 points. You know what? Give me the Broncos.
God Almighty, I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
Just give me the Broncos.
yeah.
Just go there at home. My God, that's terrible.
Now this one's gonna be a good game right here, man. Hopefully, we got Jerome back on this one. We have the
Yes.
Cowboys at the Vikings,
Oh yeah,
and the Cowboys are fair to win this one by 2 points.
man. What man? I like to know what the at Minnesota. What's the logic behind that?
Yeah. So, but sorry, Jay. I gotta take the Vikings on this one, man.
Yeah, I'm taking the Vikings on them.
I'm taking the Vikings.
Home underdog. Man, you just seen what Christian Watson did. You
Yeah,
imagine what Justin Jefferson would do. I don't know. Man,
yeah. I'm there. All right. God, Justin Jefferson against that secondary, bro. Gee,
mm,
and Jay. All right. Now we have the Bengals at the Steelers. Give me the Bengals on this one. They're favored to win anyways by
yeah,
5 points.
yeah.
Give me the Bengals on this one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Give me the Bengals. They gotta beat the Steelers. Already beat them once this year, so they gotta win this one.
yeah.
They hadn't won a division game all year, so they have no much of a choice but to win this game against the Steelers.
All right. Now let's go the uh to the Sunday night game right here, bro. The Chiefs at the Chargers. Chiefs are favored to win this one by 7 points. I believe it.
Yeah,
Give me the Chiefs on
yeah.
this one.
You give me the Chiefs and eliminate the Chargers from playoffs.
Yeah, once and for all, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
All right. And Monday night game, we have the 49ers at the Cardinals.
Mm,
49ers is favored to win this one by 7.5 points. And I'll take that with the points as well.
yeah, they
I'll
should
take
have.
the 49ers, man.
Yeah, yeah. Give me the 49ers on them for sure. They
Yeah,
should have
man.
switched the Vikings and Cowboys game for Monday night instead of that one.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They switched the game also, right?
Yeah, the Bengals and Steelers was supposed to be the Sunday night game. Now it's Chiefs and Chargers.
Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good, man. All right. Let's go with fantasy real quick, man. Let me let me get this set up, DC. But so how'd you do in fantasy this week, DC?
Man, it's like I'm probably gonna be 2-2. Looks like
Yeah.
win two, lose two.
Yeah, like on all three of them, bro. I think I'm gonna lose all three of them this week,
Yeah.
man, which sucks. All right, DC, let's go to quarterbacks, homie. Let's go to top 5 quarterbacks on fantasy, man. Hold on, I wanna make sure I get this right, not like last time.
Should be Justin Fields, I'm sure. Him and Tua probably. Cousins and Allen.
Okay, so top 5, man, for quarterbacks. We had Justin Field
Yeah.
at 39, Mahomes with 31,
Mahomes.
Tua with 23, and then Matt Ryan.
What?
Yeah.
Man, I figured it'd been like Cousins or Josh Allen.
Matt Ryan with 21, and then Lawrence with 20 as well.
Okay.
Yeah, man, those right there. And then let's go to running backs. Hold up, man. I feel like I messed up, man.
It should be probably Jonathan Taylor and Saquon. That's a pretty decent performance. Pollard had a decent game. Saquon. Foreman had a decent game. Taylor.
For some reason, man, it's not showing me their points.
Hmm.
Yeah, hold on. Let me refresh this again. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now we got it. All right. So running backs, bro. Your top performer from running backs is Jonathan Taylor,
Yeah.
24 points. Aaron Jones with 23. Dalvin Cook with 23 as well. Connor as well with 23. And we also have Pollard with 21 and Jeff Wilson with 22.
Was
Those are
Saquon in there somewhere?
Saquon Barkley. Oh, my bad. Oh, yeah. So Saquon was 23 points
Okay.
and Josh Jacob was 22.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, man. So those right there, your top performers on running backs. Let's go wide receiver. Wide receiver, man. It was CeeDee Lamb with 38. Justin Jefferson with 33. Christian Watson with 32. Christian Kirk with 31. And Nick Westbrook from the Titans
Uh-huh.
with 28.
Man.
Yeah, man. So those are your
I
top.
didn't even mention Diggs, and I know he had a pretty decent game.
Yeah, Diggs had 24.
God.
And Adams had 27.
And Adams too, yeah.
Yeah, man. So let's go to tight ends. Commit
again.
Yeah, top. And you got Kelsey with 20.
Mhm.
Schultz with 17. Jawan Johnson with 15.
Saints.
And Higby with 15 as well. That's your top right there. Let's go to defense, bro. Let's show some defense and love. Who do you think is number one, DC?
And was it the Titans?
Titans top three, but tied for first is
49ers?
No, 49ers not even top five.
Oh, man.
Steelers,
Yeah.
with 12 points.
Yep.
Panthers with 12.
Yeah.
Titans with 11.
Yeah.
Vikings with 10, and then Cardinals with 10.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
Vikings
so-
put up 10 against the Bills, man.
So no one really exploded from fantasy
Yeah.
on defense. But let's go to kickers, man. All right. Top kicker was Peroni. Peroni?
Oh, from Carolina?
Yeah, from Carolina.
Yeah.
16 points.
Pinero.
Yeah, Panero. And Bass with 13. Dicker
Uh-huh.
with 12. And God, man, old boy from the Texans for
Oh, Fairbank?
Fairbank 11. And then you got Gold with 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Robbie.
Yeah, DC. Man, that right there is it, bro. Got anything else you want to talk about, homie?
Man, shit, bro. I think that's just about it, man.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Season's going by fast, man. We're in week 11.
Week 11, man. We got 6 more weeks.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah. Then what we're going to do?
We're going to talk about football, bro. Oh, man, there's always something to talk about.
Oh, ain't no doubt.
Because then you got the playoffs, Super Bowl.
Yep.
Then the draft, trades,
yes,
free agency. Always something.
It's
bro.
coming. Yeah, we're going to have a lot by the time this season over with.
Yeah.
Just from coaches alone and players getting moved around. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to that, but I'm not looking forward to it being over with.
Yeah.
Especially the fantasy part of it.
Yeah, man.
You know?
What's it called? Like, you know what, DC? I feel like this season already, there's been some surprising ones. We thought that AFC West was going to be more competitive.
Yeah.
Which is not. It's the AFC East.
Yes.
That's been more competitive. We knew that, well, you know, and we also knew what teams weren't to be good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I knew that going into Texas won't be good, but I didn't expect the Seahawks to be good.
Right.
You know, that's one team that's surprising me right now. Is there any team that's surprising you right now?
The Seahawks, of course, and the Giants.
You
know, nobody.
And the Jets.
Jets, yeah. Nobody was expecting these teams to be where they are. And it's still hard to believe that the Seahawks and the Giants Are they really legit?
Yeah,
The record says they are, but man, it's just coming from where the season was 8 weeks ago to now. You're like, man, how did that happen?
yeah,
Well, they there. So
yeah,
only time will tell.
yeah. We'll see, man.
Yeah.
DC, well, I'm gonna let you take us out, homie. Give me a second, to get back over there, and
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
take us out.
Appreciate y'all once again. We're closing out week 10, Fredo's football talk. For the boy Fredo and it's your boy DC. Check us out. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, whatever platform you get your podcast on. Just insert our names, man, and see if we'll pop up. But once again, we want to thank you guys for this. Without you, it wouldn't be worth the time. But we do it not just for us, but we do it for you guys also, man. If you got any questions, ever just type it in on the YouTube or whatever. Send it to us, whatever, Twitter or whatever, Instagram. Just hit us up, and we'll get back with you later.